Hi everybody, welcome back to the Dog Hood. In this episode, we're going to talk about what happens in the first 24 hours when you take your little puppy home. Our little friend here, like I said in our last video, is going to be going home today. So we're going to talk about what his people are going to expect within the first 24 hours. So understand, when you take your puppy home for the first time, this puppy is going through a lot of stress. And even though you don't see stress on the puppy's face, where you're going to see stress is in through the gut of the dog. So a lot of times what you can kind of expect is potty accidents, and sometimes where the poop is not as solid as it normally is. It's kind of like some people get irritable bowel syndrome. This is a huge change. Everything is changing. They've lost their pack. They have lost the smells and sights and sounds that are very familiar, and even though they might be on the same food as they were with a breeder, this still is cause for concern for the puppy. And because the puppy doesn't know how to handle stress at this age, he is going to more than likely exude it into his gut. So we might see some crying in the first 24 hours. And what we want to do is we want to make the puppy as comfortable as possible. A lot of times when we get a new puppy, we want to have all of our friends over and we want a lot of excitement around the puppy. We are really wanting to engage the puppy. But how you need to look at this is this puppy has only been alive on the planet for about 8 weeks. He is almost the same thing as a brand new newborn baby. So he's got to sleep an awful lot, sometimes between 15 and 20 hours a day, to feel all right. So when he is sleeping, let him rest. While he's resting, he's growing. So we want to make sure that we're giving the puppy as calm of an environment to come into. Give him about 24 hours to really get acclimated into the home. Let him sniff, let him explore. Just be kind to him, but give him the ability to kind of do his own thing for the first hour, or for the first day. No expectations. So we're not trying to put him into any obedience training. We're not trying to get him to walk on a leash at this point. We're merely trying to get him to acclimate into the home as gently as possible, because of course this is under high stress. One of the things that we do here at Carolina Goldens is we give a product called NuVet Plus. It is a vitamin supplement that actually increases the immune system of the dog, especially while they're under major stress. So this is one of the things that we require that the new owners continue to give the puppy, so we make sure to establish a good gut process for him. So don't be concerned if you see a little loose stool. There's going to be a lot of crying. So get rest before you come to pick your puppy up, because you're not going to rest an awful lot after you get your puppy home. So just let him acclimate in. Don't put him under high stress. Let him calm down. Let him just get some rest and just investigate his new surroundings. And wait to bring all your friends in for the next day or two after he kind of gets his little feet underneath him and gets to understand what's going on. It takes the dog 3 days to kind of acclimate to any change that happens, dramatic change. So we want to be sure and give your puppy as much time as he possibly needs to get himself comfortable in his new surroundings and get used to kind of what the situation is going on. And if we have children in the home, we want to make sure that the children are kind to the puppy and not overstress the puppy at this time as well. Because what can happen is too much stress on that puppy can lead to bigger diarrhea problems, and can even cause the puppy to be a little sick or off his food for a little while. So even if your puppy is a little bit off his food, is a little bit lethargic, wanting to sleep a lot, and is also having a little diarrhea, we really aren't stressing too terribly bad about this. Most breeders have that 72-hour time frame that they want you to take the puppy to the vet. So you can have the puppy examined by your veterinarian to make sure he's not carrying any parasites or anything that might cause him to be sick. And we just understand that the stress really needs to be acclimated with the dog as calmly as possible to give him an easy time to transition into the home without a lot of stress. So in the 24 hours, we're just going to give him downtime. We're going to give the family time to acclimate to the new puppy and kind of get used to our new ritual within the house. So on our next videos, you're going to find out what we're going to have in the home ready and prepared for when the puppy comes home. But this is just the acclimation part. How do we get the puppy home and settled and fitting into our home as silently and quickly as possible without as little stress as possible on our puppy? And that is basically what we're looking for. So join us again on our next series of videos. I really do appreciate you spending time with us. Thank you again.